right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we're live.
Uh,
Okay, good.
why are we here? What are we plugging? Who are we plugging?
I guess you.
Oh,
Okay, so. Alright,
I'm back.
welcome to the third episode of the Easily Distracted podcast. To those of you who are still listening to this, one, why are you listening to this? And two, thank you for listening to us ramble.
meh.
Okay,
No worries.
I'm your host, Cosmic, and with me are my two co-hosts, Blood Witch Raven, say hello.
Hello. I'm just opening some graham crackers to eat.
And Cyber Tiger, a VTuber on Twitch. Say hello, brother.
I'm also eating.
This is the gourmet age.
Ah,
But
Yes, we were watching Targo for a few days.
okay, so for our third episode of Ancient Memories, it's going to be my turn, and something near and dear to my heart is Megaman, specifically the Battle Network series.
yeah.
How I got into Mega Man was I kind of grew up with it. Like I remember watching the cartoons, playing the classic games. I my a close second of my favorite incarnation of Mega Man would have to be the X series because of just how much cooler he looks. Like he looks like he's about to break your neck. I didn't actually know about the Battle Network series until its like 25th anniversary, and the third Battle Network game came out. And then I got the first, then I got the second. The second game, the cartridge was broken, so it couldn't hold a save file. So I had to play that on an emulator years later. But then I played 4, and then I got 5 and 6.
Tragic when your game breaks as a kid.
Yeah, I got it from GameStop, so it was already broken. Okay, Brave, what about you? How'd you get into Mega Man?
Well, yeah, I watched the original Mega Man NT Warrior cartoons, and also my first Mega Man game was Mega Man Power Up for the PSP. Pretty much the original Mega Man game, except 3D, chibi, and cute.
Ooh.
If you guys haven't seen that, I'll show you guys later. But
Yeah, I've
or if you
seen
wanna
that
look it up.
one.
Nah, okay.
If you're playing as Proto Man fighting the Yellow Devil, he says, careful, if you hit me too hard, my nuclear reactor will blow.
Nah. Proto Man had a nuclear reactor?
Yeah, well, in his lore, the classic Proto Man there was a problem with his solar-powered reactor, which is what all robots used. It wasn't working right, so Proto Man had a lifeline, like how long he could live. But fixing it would require resetting him, so he would lose who he was. And he wasn't about to do that. So, and then he met with Wily, who said he could give him a nuclear reactor, but it was faulty on purpose. So instead of just having a lifeline, he's now got a lifeline, and he's a nuclear bomb ready to go.
Yeah. Okay.
For our folks, because they haven't already. It's just they've been forgotten.
Okay.
So back to Battle Network.
Yeah, Raven, how about you? When did you get first introduced to Mega Man?
Didn't know what the cartoons or anything else. I actually was introduced in during Mega Man Legends. Never actually being it, but it was just more or less seeing my brother play it. The first time I actually played my own Mega Man was actually Mega Man Command Mission. I know I beat it on the GameCube, but God, that was actually a good game for me. Did play the DS versions. Mega Man XC, I think it was called.
The ZX series with the biometals.
Yeah,
I love that one.
Haven't played the second one. Actually, I kind of forgot about that one for a while. I
EX
keep
Advent.
it, but yeah. I think the only anime I saw was actually the Battle Chip series, but I never really watched it fully.
Hmm.
So yeah,
All
I
right.
didn't fall in and out.
Okay. Without further ado, let's get started. Um, the year is 2000X or 20XX. Battle Network is actually an alternate timeline as opposed to the classic Mega Man. What led to classic Mega Man was Dr. Light and Dr. Wily were all in their research about robots. This timeline, Light, instead of robots, wanted to work on networking and AI control. And that's what led to the world being connected to the internet. Well,
Hmm.
more so nowadays. Where you've got ovens, you've got trash cans, you've got street signs, mirrors, phones, like antique phones. Everything's connected to the goddamn internet.
And turlets.
Yep. However, with everything connected to this internet, cybercrime has just shot through the roof with viruses all over the place. Many of them being adorable, but that's what makes them evil. So people have to deal with them with AIs to go around the net with called what was it? Oh yeah, navig something. Yeah, navigation navies or net navies for short, and just plain navies for even shorter. The
It's
hum.
network navigators.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Net
I
navies.
and just navies for even shorter. And then there's the human who controls the navi is the operator.
Net op.
Our story begins with Lan Hikari, whose last name Hikari means light. He's the grandson of Light, and his net navi Megaman. The two of them get up, go to school, and where they meet up with Mail and her net navi Roll, the girlfriend character of the series.
Hmm.
As
And
they're
in the original Japanese, his name is Rockman. Just
yeah.
wanted to put that one down.
Also, Lan's Japanese name is Net,
Yeah.
the original Aiden Pierce.
Hmm.
So while they're walking to school, Mail is talking to Lan about how there's a string of events of ovens just exploding. Not suspicious at all. Until they get to school, where they take lessons on virus busting, the tutorial of the game. After that, Lan is then ready to go home, where he sees a man working on the heating system in the house. Not suspicious at all, but then goes on the net. When he's on the net, he then meets up with Glide, this butler acting net navvy with wings who belongs to one of Lan's friends, Yai, the short rich girl,
Hmm.
who's
Yeah,
got
Ayano.
she's got a weird obsession with changing with games until you get to like the fourth game where she has an obsession with ducks.
Hey.
Yeah, isn't she a yandere?
I no.
No.
Oh wait, no, tsundere. Sorry, I got those mixed up.
No, she doesn't really care much. She's more of like just she's higher class.
She wasn't really a
Okay.
romantic character. Well,
Uh,
Mm.
not intentionally, anyways.
uh, so Mega Man meets up with Glide and is told to go find a program that's missing. Which apparently in the Battle Network world, all programs are sentient beings.
Hmm. Most
So
of them.
Mega Man finds said program and then is told and then tells it and then heads to Yai's homepage and tells Glide where it is. Mega Man jacks out. Lan heads downstairs for dinner, except his oven's exploding.
Hmm.
Lan jacks Mega Man into the oven and starts fighting his way through fire viruses. until he finds a ice program to put out fires so he could get to the central system, where he gets pelted by meteors, and the oven starts exploding even more. Land heads up to his room and gets a fire extinguisher and just puts out most of the fire to reestablish contact with Mega Man. Getting to the central system, Mega Man encounters Fireman, the first boss of the game, who's after Mega Man crushes him. His operator, Mr. Match, tells him that he's been going through people's ovens looking for something called the Fire Program.
Also, his name is Torchman. I will not accept any other name.
Oh yeah, well, Match has like 3 navies: Torchman, Heatman, and Flameman.
Was there 3? I only remember Torchman and Heatman.
The third game, he had Flameman.
Okay.
Cool.
Of course, with spacing, they couldn't put the E, so it was called Flam Man.
Oh.
So a week later, that lands at school where a substitute teacher comes in named Higsby with like the most fabulous hair in existence.
Yeah.
He then tells them that their teacher, Miss Mari, isn't feeling well, so she went to the nurse's office. He then starts up the learning program, except it turns out to be a mind control program where Wily appears on the blackboard, because even the blackboard has to be connected to the internet.
Well, like, in a world like this, who needs chalk anymore?
Well, that's the thing, is like it still uses chalk.
Oh. Well. Oh well.
So Wily starts telling him to study well and be good World 3 operators, the name of Wily's organization, which is just pronounced WWW.
Yeah.
It's not until the 4th game where they actually say it's, when you see that, it's called World 3. Which I guess it might be like a translation issue, but so what goes in first is one of Land's closest friends, Dex, a large-built person who's just all about physical strength, with his net navvy, Gutsman, who will be your punching bag for 4 games. Gutsman jacks into the chalkboard, but then is immediately taken down by viruses. So when a net navvy is beaten in a fight, they are deleted, as in they are completely dead, which isn't really a bad thing because that's what backup data is for.
But, I mean, like, in the anime, they log out when they're defeated, but when they're completely dead, then they, deleted.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's just a thing where it's just your Navi gets deleted at the end of a fight, and then you just start up your backup. But isn't that like they're dead, you're just using a clone?
Maybe?
I mean, if they have the same memories, then it is revival.
But they only remember everything up to the backup being created. Everything past that is just non-existent.
Well, they're dead, so that would make sense.
I guess the trauma of coming back from the dead would break anyone.
Yeah.
After they just back up the memory into the copy, or transfer the memory into the copy.
So Mega Man is running through the school network solving number puzzles until opening all the doors along the way, until Land searches the storage room where he finds Miss Mari tied up, frees her, and gets the teacher's key so they can open another door in Cyberworld to get to the central computer system where they meet Higsby's net navvy, Number Man.
Yeah.
Opinions on Number Man?
What was that?
What did you think of Number Man?
I mean, I haven't seen him fight all that much, so.
All right. So
I just think he was kind of derpy.
Well, that's what fools you. Mega Man was able to defeat Number Man, and Land was able to get Higsby to see the error of his ways a little too fast, but this is in the same vein as Saturday morning cartoons, and we got to get the plot moving.
Yeah.
So they reset the system. Mega Man then tells him, all right, time for the next class. And then Land's like, I saved the day too soon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes
So
sense.
they decide they're going to go to Scilab and visit their dad. They get to the monorail, except it's not working because there was a cyber landslide. So they have to run home, jack into the net, try and deal with the problem, except the path is being blocked by Dex's personal computer code. Which, that's bad internet design, where people have to go through your personal computer just to get to work on the monorail.
Yeah.
So Land has to jack out Mega Man, go to Dex's house, and Dex won't hand over his personal code unless Land beats him in a net battle. It's just like, I just saved the day, asshole. Cut me some slack.
Rivals.
Yeah, well, you'd have to be equals to be rivals. Gutsman's more of like a punching bag. Well, he does get stronger in later games, I'll give him that. Mega Man beats Gutsman, Land gets the code, then goes home, goes back on the net with Mega Man, unlocks the code, and gets to the monorail system, which is being broken by a net navvy named Stone Man, a solo navvy who can operate by himself, which is doing this for World 3. At this point, it's just like, could you people give me a break? Mega Man defeats Stone Man, breaks the boulders blocking the monorail programs, and then jacks out. Land gets on the monorail, goes to Scilab to see his dad, where he sees Chod. An official net battler, so basically an internet cop.
A pro.
Like, there's your rival character.
Yeah.
The
stoic... multiple rivals.
The stoic, no-nonsense. Well, I guess that keeps Land and Mega Man at being the best because they've got so many people chomping at the bits to get them.
Does it?
Land heads up to his dad's office, finds out his dad's not there.
Yeah.
So it's like, fine, let's go home. I think it was a month passed, and Land's heading to school. He finds out that the water's not working, so no breakfast. He goes walking to school with Mail, who tells him that the water ain't working at her house. And it's like, okay, so maybe we'll find some at the school. They check the pond at the school entrance, and there's no water there either.
No water.
So
all the AI fishes are dead. Sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately. So they get to class. Miss Mori tells them no school for the day because there's no water. So everyone leaves. So Land and Mega Man are like, let's take a look at this. They get to Scilab, which is right next to the water plant, and ask around, and no one seems. They say they're handling the problem, and they're like, let's take a look into this. Let's wait around. They're gonna wait in Dad's office until it's late in the day and everyone's gone. So they decide to jack into the water system, where they meet this woman who looks more like a Pokemon trainer. I forget her name. She's got rainbow pants.
I don't know her.
She's the operator of Color Man. But she's like, kids shouldn't be here, and Land's like, all right, I'm going home. She leaves. Mega Man's like, so we going home? Fuck that! Jack in!
Nope.
Jack into the system, where they meet up with Proto Man, who immediately takes a swing at Mega Man with his sword hand. And then jacks out, saying he's looking for the World 3 operator. Mega Man explores the place and then finds the water pump system has been frozen over, so he melts it with his gun. The two of them then leave, head to school, except they find, well, the water's back, but it's all polluted. A thirsty man
Mm.
comes and takes a drink and then passes out from the toxin. And then Chad calls up Lan, no idea how he got his number. And it's like, oh, you just fucked up, son. The problem wasn't that the water was turned off, it was turned off because the filtration system was the problem.
Mm.
So Mega Man and Lan head back and try to fix the thing, where they meet up with where they see Proto Man fighting a Net Navi Iceman. Proto Man
Oh, yeah.
leaves because a real World 3 operative is somewhere in the area. So Iceman, his operator Floyd, are doing this because Floyd's son is being held captive by World 3. Mega Man and Lan had found this son in a car and freed him, but Iceman ain't hearing any of it, so Mega Man has to knock him down.
Mm.
So Mega Man then hands the note from Floyd's son to Iceman, who then gives it to Floyd, playing the goddamn telephone game, and his
Mm.
son is okay. So Iceman then eats all the ice on the water filtration system. So they go finding where Proto Man is, who is engaged in a fight against Color Man, and Color Man jacks out, saying he's already got what he wanted, the water program.
Mm.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we now cut to World 3, where all the operatives, Mr. Match, the operator for Color Man, this one guy with lots of lights on his suit, operator of Spark Man, and this Indian man named Yahoot.
Oh, Color Man. Okay. Uh, yeah. He has a different name in the English, so I didn't recognize him. But in the English, his name is Wacko Man.
Hmm.
That sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, if nothing else.
Eh, potato tomato.
So Wily's pissed off that all of his plans to destroy Den City is not exactly working out.
Hmm.
Even they're pointing out that, hey, at least we're getting the programs you wanted, but it's like that ain't enough. Also, World 3 is having a money problem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're a company. Yeah, they may be evil, but they are still working for a goddamn dime.
Still need health insurance.
At least, as long as you got good dental, sign me up. But so Wiley and Yahoo leave while the other operators stew, saying, yeah, they didn't get the wood program, but they got the water and fire. All that's left is to get the lightning program, and they can create the life virus, which is something they're not supposed to know about.
Hmm.
But then the operator of Color Man says she's got an idea. Cut back to Lan, who's being asked by Mail to go shopping for a gift because Yai's birthday's coming up. Mail's
Yeah.
going to take the bus to the city, while Lan's just going to take the monorail. And then he explores around, finds an antique shop with weird doodads, and then finds that all the lights at the intersections are green, so cars start crashing into each other.
That's not good.
Well, that's what happens when you have cars that drive themselves.
Yeah.
So the operator of Color Man, she then says that there's a bug in everyone's cars that's causing them to crash, and for 1 million zenny, you can get a patch to fix it. So Lan has to go and tell all these people, would you calm down? The problem's in the light, is in the street lights, and he's going to fix it. One girl is saying that she'll pay 3 times as much for the program, till Lan tells her to calm down, and then comes the realization she doesn't even have a driver's license.
Hmm. Oh,
The,
yeah, scam. Okay.
These are the people we're trying to save, folks. When you actually look at how retarded the people are that you're trying to save, it makes you wonder, is it even worth it at this point?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no joke.
she then tells Lan that she's, looked into his personal file and he knows that he's close with the girl Melu, who's on the bus that's going faster and faster with a program in it that'll cause the bus to explode when it reaches 100 miles per hour.
So the one movie.
Yeah, speed. So Lan has to start fixing all of the intersection lights to create these like energy barriers. So it's like people don't go walking into the street or cars just hit them and like
Right.
short circuit. So they're able to trap the bus. Problem is that even though it's stopped, she's just going to blow it up anyway. But she can't because Color Man can't destroy the bus because Roll is stopping him. So Mega Man Jackson saves Roll and then destroys Color Man. The day is saved, and the two of them decide to go shopping, because birthday presents never take a day off.
Yeah.
For schools, for everything else in life.
With that disaster solved, more time passes, and then Lan gets an email from his dad saying that Scilab's having a party and to go get his mom.
Aw.
He goes, tells his mom. Mom's gonna go get ready. Lan decides to go ahead because, women take forever to get ready.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Lan
I mean,
has
that's if they wear makeup.
Yeah, Lan gets to Scilab, gets to where the party is, speaks to some people, speaks with Chad, who just wants nothing to do with Lan because he keeps, ruining everything. And
Well,
then
Chad's the one being a dick.
And then Mom shows up, talks to Dad, and Dad tells Lan that he needs to talk to him about Megaman, how he's a very special Navi, not like any other Navi. Except he gets a call he needs to go back up to look at some files. That's when the operator of Sparkman shows up saying, "Welcome to the World 3 Party of Death. Lights out!" Turns off all the power, so elevators don't work, lights don't work, and because they're underground, air isn't working. So hope you don't mind not breathing.
Yeah.
So Lan climbs down the elevator shaft, which the balls on that, and heads to the electric control system and attempts to jack in to open the door to the main generator and flip it on. But a scientist there tells Lan that not to do that. Because the net is off, because in the first Battle Network game, that's the only one where you get all your health back at the end of a fight, so you can be pretty reckless. The reason for that is that after a fight, a Mega Man draws a Net Navi draws power from the internet to heal their bodies. If the internet is off, or they're jacked into a system that's offline, then they have to draw power from the PET's battery. If the battery runs too low, they can't heal themselves after a fight.
So
yeah,
basically Dark Souls.
Don't bring that up. But Mega Man then has to run through the net and do this god-awful battery slot puzzle from the lowest pits of hell. Just fucking burn it is all I could say about that gimmick. And then opening in order to create light paths. And yes, there's even paths that are invisible. So this place is a bundle of fun. Opening the main doors, Lan is able to get in. He sees that the main generator is flipped on, but the generator room is the only thing with power on. Mega Man runs across the bridge and finds Sparkman. He attempts to fight him, but the problem is every time Sparkman takes any significant damage, he just draws power from the generator to heal himself.
Yeah.
And so Lan, then facing electrocution, just grabs the generator's lever and shuts it off, possibly getting second-degree burns on his hands.
God damn! Now that's the balls on that kid.
Yeah.
And so with the generator turned off, Sparkman's healing gets turned off, so Mega Man's able to take him down. But he tells him that the electric program's already been sent. But then in comes Proto Man, who tells Mega Man and Land they're a bunch of idiots. Because this was all a trap so that they could extract the memory data from Sparkman and know where World 3 base is. Chad tells Proto Man to kill Mega Man because they've been getting in their way too much. Land's been telling him they need to turn the power back on to save everyone, or they're all going to suffocate to death. But Chad isn't hearing any of it. Because this early on, he's willing to let innocent people die as long as it means bringing in criminals.
And that's what we call renegade cop.
And so immediately after the fight with Sparkman is the fight with Proto Man. Mega Man's able to beat him down, so Proto Man has to back off. And Chad's like, wow, this never actually happened before. Land turns back on the main generator to get everything working again. And Dad sends him an email like, what happened? The power went out for a bit. It's just like, fucking hell, Dad, you never know.
Yeah.
So a couple of days pass. Land gets an email from his dad saying, you're close to that. You're friends with Chad, right? Could you go see him? He seems to be bummed for ever since that party.
Yeah, so, being bummed is a very strong word.
So Land goes to the city, finds Chad is accusing everyone of being World 3 operatives. Land tells him to cool down. He's like, I will not cool down. And Land's just like, you know what, fuck this. Let's go on the net and find where World 3's base is. So they go into the net, they find a section they can't access because they don't have the clearance to get in there. So we need to speak to someone who knows World 3. So they go speak to Higsby, and he gives them a clearance card to get deeper in the net. So they get there, except Higsby sends them an email saying they need more clearance to get deeper into the net. They have to speak to a woman and an old man. So just run around speaking to random people. The old man happens to be some guy hanging around Dex's house. He'll only give you the access code if Mega Man's level is high enough, which means you bought enough HP memories and power-ups. The second one happens to be Miss Mari's sister, Miss Yari, who's a summer school teacher.
Our original.
She won't let you in until your library of battleships has reached, I think, 70. And then with the two codes, they're finally able to get deeper and deeper into the net until they actually find the internet access to World 3's central systems. But their path is blocked by another solo Navi, Bomb Man.
Yeah.
Mega Man was able to beat Bomb Man and get the World 3's web address, except Bomb Man used his final explosion to destroy the way to get to World 3's base. And they're like, great. So now what? Let's go see Dad? Yeah. So they go see Dad, and it's like, hey, how does your talk with Chad go? Never mind that. Here's World 3's web address. How did you find this? We found it on the net. All right, we're going to use this and find where World 3 is. Okay, where is it? I'm not telling you. Why? Because it's too dangerous. Dad, have you not been seeing what I've been doing? Okay, fine. I'll tell you as soon as I find it, but I'm also going to share this information with Chad. Fine. And so Mega Man heads home. And Land. That's basically a summarized version of their conversation.
Okay.
So Yahoo is scared, as he knows Scilab now knows where their base is. They're going to be coming for them immediately. But Wily's like, I ain't scared at all, because he just merges the 4 programs together and has created the life virus. So The dad tells Lamb that there's a secret monorail somewhere in AC/DC town, which I'd imagine the town must really love its heavy metal,
Hmm.
which turns out to be behind the pond at the school. It's a monorail system, but they don't have access to it. They need a pass, so they go see Higsby. Higsby's gone. They see a pass on the table because Higsby, after getting his ass kicked by Megaman, decides he's going to run a battleship shop.
Yeah.
Because where all the other World 3 are, they're working for money, Higsby's being paid in battleships.
Yeah, because he likes them. It's an obsession.
Well, we all have our obsessions.
Yeah, some collect bottle caps, some collect coins or cards.
Some people collect weapons of mass destruction on the internet. With the pass, it's expired, so they try to get on the monorail anyway, but then warning signs are saying to please leave. So they go see Dad again, get the expiration date on the pass fixed, and now they're able to finally go into the mountains where they find Wily's base. With the skull architecture on it and all, honestly, Wily would not be out of place in a Warhammer universe. So Land gets in, finds there's tied up is the old man, Miss Yari, and Higsby. He saves them all, and then finds out he has to circle around to get to the top. The first door he reaches is locked, so he has to jack into it to unlock it. There's too much fire in the way to get to the key, but until Glide just shows up and like puts out all the fire. So Mega Man's able to destroy the key and unlock the door. He then heads outside, gets to the next door, and then goes through there. Except there's now a giant ice block in his way. In comes Iceman, who just eats it. Land goes back inside, up the ramp, finds another door, goes through more number puzzles, and there's like this 4-digit number puzzle. It's like, this is going to take a while until Number Man comes in and cracks it in like 4 seconds. Mega Man's again able to destroy the key and unlock the door. Getting to the next door, Mega Man's blocked again by a giant boulder his Mega Buster can't get through. In comes Guts Man to just one punch it.
One Punch Man Gus.
There you go. And Mega Man's able to destroy the key and keep going, where they actually get into the main meeting room where all the World 3 people were meeting up. Searching the room, they find that there's this giant portrait of Wily, can be moved if they unlock it. Mega Man Jax goes in again, except there's a path is broken so they can't get to the key. Why don't you just shoot it from there? This time, Roll comes in and creates a bridge for Mega Man to cross and destroy the key. And this time, to stop them is their last line of defense, Yahoot, and his net navvy, Magic Man. His fight is that he summons viruses, but he doesn't move, so it's just a lot of lob shots will take him down. Magic Man is then beaten down, but Wily's like, seriously, you two? Here, take a piece of the life virus to power up Magic Man, who then shoots Mega Man down. He then attempts to shoot Roll, but in comes Proto Man to cut Magic Man down. Chad and Roll and Mail are there with Lan as Mega Man is not responding, and then Chad then hands Lan a program called Hubbat. Lan then gets a call from his dad, and in comes the biggest plot twist of the game.
What?
Long ago, Lan's dad was in the help of creating NetNavis, but the problem was NetNavis were just programs that were meant to follow orders. He wanted to create a NetNavi that can think and feel and work in tandem with its operator better. A
So a
true
true
AI.
AI.
Yeah. So he
Sorry.
decided he was going to work with human DNA as a base to create these net navies. But it was slow going, and he could only make up to 95% of the program. Couldn't figure out the last 5. But the program was put on hold as he was having his kids, twin boys, Lan and Hub. The problem is that Hub he was born with a weak heart and didn't really survive past 2 years of life. So he decided to work on Hub and use him as the base of the human DNA to create the true AI net navi. Hub died, but was reborn as Megaman.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a true net navi meant to be as close to you as a brother, and Megaman served as the base for all future net navis, just as X served as the base for all Reploids.
Yeah.
Yep.
But there was a problem. With great power comes great pain. If Megaman and Lan were this close, then they would be stronger, but any pain Megaman suffered, Lan would suffer as well. So he changed the programming and DNA structure by 0.001%. With that hub batch program, it would remove that. And Megaman would be resurrected and be even more powerful. But that means Lan would be putting himself in greater danger.
Mm.
So Lan decides he's going to put the program in and save Megaman. And Megaman gets back up, even calling him Hub, but he's like, I'm not Hub anymore. It's Megaman.
Yeah.
So they go in through the portrait, and then they meet Wily, who's got this giant missile, and he's putting the life virus in it. His goal is to shoot the missile into a military facility where the life virus will seep in and go rampant, infecting all kinds of systems, where other missiles will be fired at other places with the life virus, making it spread. Thus, his endgame plan. Lan then asks him, why do you have such a raging hatred against the world and my family specifically? And that's where Wily tells him 30 years ago he had a friend, Dr. Light. The two of them were engrossed in their research. Wily was working on robots, while Light worked on networking and AI. The two of them were at apparently the Institute of Science was going to grant one of them some money so they could further their studies. After months of debating, they said they were going to put the money towards Light's networking and AI. And Wiley didn't take that well, saying his research was vital.
Right.
Which, honestly, it's like, they give out grants like every year, right? Just wait a year. Take that year to further your own studies so you have a better product to present. But, intelligent, he wants the world to see his genius. Lan tells him it's not Light's fault that you don't have the money for your research. It's the committee's fault. It's like Light said the same thing, but you will never understand how I feel. So he's going to launch the missile. Lan jacks into the missile. Megaman runs through it and finds the life virus. As you're climbing up Wily's fortress, you're getting emails from the Net Battle Association. Yeah, it is actually called the NBA.
The better sport.
Oh yeah, basketball.
Where they're talking about how the life virus is made of the 4 elements: fire, lightning, water, and wood, meaning it has no elemental weakness. So just treat it like any other boss that has no elemental weakness. Just hit the fucker as hard as you can.
Yeah.
But then there's an ominous one. A message talks about how somebody actually broke into the Scilab systems and stole files about the life virus, but nothing comes of this. Foreshadowing?
Probably.
So Mega Man defeats the life virus, but the life virus goes out of control and starts infecting all the systems of Wily's fortress, setting it to self-destruct. Lan then gets out, tells Mail and Chad, yo, we need to get the hell out. It's gonna blow. So they head to the secret monorail down the cliffs and get out of there. While Wily, at point blank of the blast, starts shouting to the sky, World 3, forever.
Yeah.
Everyone gathers at Lan's house. That job well done, world is saved. Life's gonna get back to normal. Hopefully, Lan and Chad can become friends. Lan ain't having any of it. Chad ain't having any of it. But at least their net navies are willing to shake hands.
Yeah.
But then Lan's there's a doghouse outside of Lan's house. It's meant to be the alarm system. It goes haywire, so Lan has to jack into it in order to fix it. And that's the end of Mega Man Battle Network.
Yeah. The first game.
Basically, solving one problem after another. And apparently, you're the only one that needs to save someone else's shit.
You're the hero.
Yeah. My overall thoughts of the game is it definitely screams opening and first try, where a lot of the people's like personalities and characteristics aren't really fleshed out. But then again, like data is very limited on GBA, so especially if it's an RPG.
Yeah.
So they're more or less no different than cardboard cutouts.
Well, they have some personality, but it's like it could really needs to be fleshed out. But that's what sequels are for.
Yeah.
Yep. And voice acting. But we
Well-
all seen voice acting these days.
Well, that's not until Battle Network 5 got a remake for the DS Double Team. But honestly, I would say it's enjoyable. If you like action RPGs, if you like Mega Man, I would recommend giving this one a try. At least the first game. More mechanics get added to the game as you go, because I would not recommend someone starting with like 4, 5, or 6 with the full synchro, double soul, program advance, especially 6 where it's got the beast souls, or 5 with dark souls.
Yeah. It all gets convoluted, but it's good.
Yeah, I don't mind complexity. I would like to be eased into it, not thrown into the deep end.
Yeah.
But those are my thoughts on it. I would say just go into it open-minded, and just try to have fun with it. Especially since there's a lot of grammatical errors. Just enjoy those. If nothing else, it'll make you laugh, or at least chuckle.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of the mistranslations and weird dialogue.
Oh, we'll get to that when we get to fucking Battle Network 4. You win a pair of headphones, so many electrical store, viruses busting. There's a point in Battle Network 5 where Lan talks to Mail. He's going like, Mail, what am I doing here? It's supposed to be, what are you doing here? But then again, the world's being constantly in danger. Mega Man and Lan saved it 4 times already, so it's like, what am I doing here? Why am I saving a world that's just so hell-bent on killing itself?
Yeah.
But, so what about you two? Did you enjoy the game or not? Brave, we'll start with you.
I didn't play the game, but I've seen playthroughs and watched the anime.
Yeah, never played it. Then again, I kind of forgot about it, but I was able to take a look at it on YouTube. Also, shameless plug-in. If you people love Replay Revo, go check them out.
All right. Okay, but yeah, I'd say that'd be enough for now.
Yeah.
Closing remarks. I give Mega Man Battle Network 2 thumbs up. Definitely worth give it a try. I'm not saying play through to the end. If you like it that much, go for it. Uh, collect all the battleships. You get a secret boss fight with Base.
Yeah.
The
One of the
reward.
best Mega Man characters.
Yep. The prize at the end is you get the life aura. It's a barrier over Mega Man that won't fall unless he takes over 100 damage in one hit.
Yeah.
It's like the best battleship to get, but the problem is that a lot of people think like, but I've already played the whole game. There's nothing else to do with this thing. Battle Network actually has PvP. That's what it's
Yeah.
for.
Strategy.
Oh well. All right.
And also to have the collector in you.
Exactly. All 175 battleships. All right.
If none of these were real, I would have one.
Same.
I'd build mine from the ground up to be super customizable. Like body parts could be switched in and out for whatever the task needed.
Yeah, custom navies.
Oh yeah, that's what they should do for if they are end up making another one. I mean, of course, they gotta make the operator like customizable, or at least I don't know.
Well, they'll cross that road when they get to it.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say let's wrap it up here. I want to thank you for listening to us ramble for the third time, and I'd like to thank my co-hosts for joining.
No
Yeah.
problem.
All right. Any final words?
Uh,
Besides the shameless plug-in for Replay Revo, if you want more Mega Man lore and background history of the original X and well, whatever, go over to them. Great channel,
um,
nice humor.
don't pay attention to toxicity on Twitter. That's it.
Uh,
Alrighty. And I'll say that's a close.